Hello everyone, it's Alex and welcome back to my Refresh and Rejuvenate series. Today's class is going to be a full body deep stretch. This is a perfect class if you've done a really intense workout and you want to stretch out your full body. We're going to be really getting deep into our muscles, stretching it all out. You need no equipment, just your mat and a little bit of floor space. So let's go ahead and get started. If you are unable to join me for this workout right now, go ahead and save it to your watch later. That way you can come back and join me whenever you have time. Alright guys, we're going to get started seated in the center of our mats today, starting in our butterfly position. So go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together. I want you to start with your feet a little bit further away from you, so we're making a wider diamond shape with our legs. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. If you need to, go ahead and take out any excess skin from underneath your sit bones. Taking a big deep breath as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, go ahead and reach your forehead forward. Grabbing your ankles, I want you to place your elbows on top of your knees so that you have a little bit of pressure and that you're opening up through your hips even more. So reaching that forehead forward, really trying to keep a lot of length through the spine here. I don't want a big curve through your spine. So just hanging out here, going as far as you can go. If you're feeling a little bit more tight, as I am today, than normal, take it nice and slow and just remember to not hold your breath. Really work with your breath today. Again, we're going to be doing some pretty deep stretching, so it's important that you use your breath and don't hold it. So go ahead and keep holding here. Again, just adding slight pressure with your elbows on your knees, really opening up through the hips. We're going to be holding each stretch for quite a period of time, so if you'd like to, you can close your eyes and really get into that meditative state as we stretch our body out. Good. Keep working with the breath here with each exhale. See if you can go a little bit further, bringing that forehead down. Nice. Taking another big deep inhale and an exhale. Good. On your next inhale, reach your forehead back up. Go ahead and scoot your feet in, bringing your heels a little bit closer in towards your body. From here, grabbing the tops of your feet, inhale, lifting up through the spine. And on your exhale, this time you can bring your elbows in front, so we're not adding that little bit of pressure. Reaching your forehead down, again, just stretching over top of your legs. Seeing how far you can reach your forehead as you open up through those hip flexors here. Again, it's very important that we don't hold our breath through these stretches. We want to breathe into those areas of tension so that we can release some of that tension through our body. Good. From here, go ahead and reach your hands over to the right. So we're going to stretch a little bit through the sides of our body here. So reach your hands over to the right side of your mat. Keep pushing this left knee down so that we're not lifting our left sit bone up off the mat. We're just reaching over again, feeling a nice stretch through the left side of our bodies here. And then go ahead and walk your hands over to the other side of your mat. So reaching towards the left side of your mat, feeling that stretch through the right sides of the body. Again, keeping the right knee down, right hip down. Awesome. And then from here, coming back to the center one more time, reaching our forehead down through the center. See if you can go even further, stretching out our hip flexors. Let's take a couple more breaths here, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale. One more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Very nice. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Go ahead and gently press your knees together, closing it up. Awesome. Go ahead. Coming onto our knees, we're going to come into a low lunge, starting with our left leg. So facing towards the top of your mat. I want you to bring your left leg forward into a low lunge. So sinking your hips down, untucking the back toes, stretching out through the right hip flexor here, making sure your shoulders and your hips are square. You can keep your hands on the mat here. Just make sure that that left knee is staying over the left ankle. We don't want to go too far in front of the ankle or too far behind. Yes, we want it stacked right on top so we feel that nice stretch and we're not hurting the knee in any way. So stay here, just sink your hips down, lifting your chest up. Again, just feeling that nice stretch through the hip flexors here. Taking in big, deep breaths. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you are more than welcome to bring your hands on your knees. I know this can feel just even more intense. So if this is too much for you today, feel free to keep your hands on the mat. But again, if you really want those hips to sink, place your hands on top of your knees and just let your hips sink down and towards the mat. Big deep inhales and exhales. Keep holding here. With each exhale, see if you can sink those hips further and further in towards the mat. That tailbone stays down. Hips are square. Take in another big deep breath here. And exhale, let it go. Nice. From here, go ahead and take in another inhale. On your exhale, shift your hips back, straightening out through your front leg, flexing your front foot so those left toes are pointing up towards the sky, coming into our runner's stretch or our half split. So our front leg is straight, our back leg is still bent, our tailbone is lifted up off the heel. We're not sitting back all the way. You should feel that stretch running through your calf and the back of your hamstring. Take a big deep inhale as you lengthen towards the spine. As you exhale, go ahead and start to walk your hands forward, dropping your chest down towards your leg, feeling that nice stretch to the back of your left leg here. Another moment where we can make sure that our hips are still square, so you want to pull that left hip back and your right hip forward. If this is too much, reaching your forehead forward, you are more than welcome to keep your hands back, keeping your chest lifted if you can feel the stretch perfectly right here. Or you can reach your hands forward, or if you want to go even deeper and feel a stretch towards your IT band, you can reach your hands over to that left side, so over your left leg, kind of twisting over. Still keeping those square hips, you should really feel it through the sides of your leg right here. I know if you're a runner out there, this stretch can feel pretty intense, so again, remember to just keep breathing. Taking those nice big deep inhales and exhales out through your mouth. But wherever you are, whatever position you're holding, just try to find a moment where you can close your eyes and just focus on your breath. Nice. Let's take one more big deep inhale. And exhale, go ahead and rebend that front leg, coming back into your lunge. From here, we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So go ahead and drop that front knee down on towards the mat, keeping that heel close in towards your body, stretching that right leg long behind you, making sure it's seated underneath your hip. Squaring off your hips one more time. First, start by inhaling, lifting your chest up towards the sky. And on your exhale, go ahead and walk your hands forward, coming into our full pigeon pose. So keeping that knee down on the mat. You can rest your forehead atop of your hands all the way down on the mat. You can stay up on your elbows if this is enough for you, or if you want to take it even further, you can reach those hands in front of you nice and long, really sinking that chest down. So whichever level feels best for you. I think today, just resting my hands over resting my head over top of my hands is where it feels best for me. So I'm just gonna hold it here. Again, just focusing on our breath. Here's a moment where you can really close your eyes and breathe into those areas of tension. You should feel this on your left glute, the side of your left glute here, and a little bit in your left hip flexor. Focus on keeping that right hip down, so you don't want to be opening that right hip. Again, you want both hips facing towards the mat. Taking a nice big deep breath and breathing out. Trying to let go of all that tension you feel. If at any moment this becomes too painful, you're more than welcome to come out of it. We don't want to hold pain. Discomfort is okay to hold. You want to try to breathe into any discomfort you feel. But if it's painful, that's when you know it's time to come out of it and take a moment of rest before jumping back into it. So try to figure out, does this feel just a little bit uncomfortable? Can I just breathe into it, or is this more painful? Should I come out of it for a minute? Good, let's take one more big deep inhale. And exhale, go ahead and walk your hands back up. From here, we're gonna bend our back leg, coming into a nice quad stretch. So bend that back leg, reaching that heel towards your glute, grabbing it, same arm as leg. You wanna inhale, push your foot into your hands. You're feeling a nice little stretch through your shoulder. And on your exhale, go ahead and reach that heel towards your glute, coming into a quad stretch here. So you should feel that nice deep stretch through your right quad as you reach that heel towards your tailbone. Trying to square off your shoulders here again. So reaching that right shoulder forward as you pull that heel in. Taking in a big deep breath and exhale. Good, and then from here, go ahead and hook that left or that right foot into your right elbow. We're gonna come into our mermaid stretch. So you're hooking your right foot and your right elbow. You're gonna go ahead and grab your fingertips together. As you inhale, you're gonna reach that left elbow up towards the sky as you open up your chest, keeping that foot hooked in between your elbow here. So this is our mermaid stretch, just opening up through the spine, opening up through the heart center, feeling a nice stretch here through the full body, your quads, your back, your arms, your shoulders. Again, not holding our breath here, taking nice big full deep breaths through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. One more big deep inhale here and exhale. Go ahead and let that foot go. Awesome job, you guys. Go ahead and tuck your back toes. From here, you're gonna push up straight into your downward dog, so sending the left foot back. From here, you can walk it out on the spot, letting go of any tension you feel through that left leg before we take it on to the other side. Awesome job. From here, we're gonna just bring our right knee in towards our chest, coming into our low lunge on the right side now. So untucking the back toes, dropping the back knee, sitting up nice and tall, making sure you're sinking those hips down towards the mat. Again, making sure that your hips are square, so this time you want to pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. From here, you can either keep your hands on the mat, or if you'd like, you can place your hands on your knees to go even deeper, really letting those hips sink in towards the mat. Making sure that that right knee stays over your right ankle. You don't want to be pushing over or behind it. Finding those breaths. If this side feels a little bit more tense than the other side, that's perfectly normal. Sometimes the other side usually is. So remember to just breathe. From here, go ahead and inhale. And exhale, send those hips back, coming into our runner's stretch on this side, or our half split. So straightening the right leg, flexing the right foot, making sure those toes are up towards the ceiling, squaring off their hips. Inhale as you lengthen out through the spine. Exhale as you reach those hands forward, stretching over top of the leg, feeling that deep stretch through the calf and the hamstring here. Either stay here, or again, if you want to go even deeper and really get into that IT band, so the sides of your leg here, you can walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, still keeping those hips square. You're going to feel it a little bit more intensely through the sides of the leg. However, if this is too intense, you are also more than welcome to just stay here or reach your arms forward. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Just make sure you're not forgetting to breathe. Awesome. From here, let's take one more breath. And on your exhale, go ahead and rebend that front knee. We're going to come into our pigeon pose. So bring that right knee down on towards the mat. Go ahead and walk that foot in a little bit towards yourself so that it's not super parallel to the top of your mat. Make sure that that left leg is nice and long behind you. Inhale as you lift your chest up towards the sky. Exhale as you reach your body down. Again, you can either stay on your elbows here, you can bring your forehead all the way down over top of your hands, or you can reach those fingertips long in front of you, really letting your chest lay down on top of the mat. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Again, I think I'm just going to stay with my hands on top of, or my head on top of my hands. So I can really just focus on letting my hips sink down, especially that left hip here. Again, we don't want to open up through the hips. We want to keep them nice and square so you can really feel that stretch right here through the sides of the glute. Taking a big deep breath through your nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Sink even deeper in towards the mat. Keep pulling that left hip down. And again, another big deep breath. And an exhale. Let's do two more. And exhale. Last one, big deep breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and walk your hands back up towards the center, bending your back leg, coming into that quad stretch. So grabbing it with your left hand. Inhale as you pull the left foot in towards the left hand so you're feeling a nice stretch through your shoulder. And then as you exhale, go ahead and pull that heel back in towards your glutes, stretching out through the quad again, trying to square off your shoulders here. This side is definitely more intense for me than the other side. So I'm really going to focus on taking nice big deep breaths here as I pull my heel in. Nice, and then from here, go ahead and hook that left foot in towards your left elbow, reaching those right fingertips towards the left. You can see the back of me now, so you can really see my shoulder blades are squeezing together as I reach my right elbow up towards the sky, lifting my chest nice and long. Taking a big deep inhale as I open up through my heart center, and an exhale. One more big deep breath. And exhale. Go ahead and release that foot down, pushing back into our downward dog. So tuck the back toes, lifting the hips up high, stepping the right foot back to meet the left, walking it out on the spot, just to release any last minute tension we have in our legs. Good, and from here, go ahead and bring your knees down onto the mat. Come into a seated position in the center of our mat. One last little stretch on either side. We're just going to come into our pretzel stretch. So I want you to stack your right knee on top of your left, making sure that your feet are reaching out to the sides of your mat, trying to bring your knees all the way down. If your knees are up here today, that is totally okay. I know this stretch can feel really intense. Our goal is to try to get our knees all the way down on the mat, keeping our sit bones down as well. If you can already feel the stretch here, go ahead and just stay in this nice upright seated position. However, if you want to go deeper, you can reach your hands down, coming onto your elbows, really feeling that stretch through the sides of the glutes here. Again, just taking nice big deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Awesome, then come back up, and then from here you're just going to slide your foot over. So you're going to stack your right ankle over top of your left knee and vice versa, coming into our firelog stretch. Again, just getting really deep into the sides of the glutes at the end here. So if this already feels intense for you, go ahead and just stay in this upright position. But again, if you want to go deeper, you can bring your elbows down, stretching over top of those legs here. Nice big deep breaths. Two more here before we switch to the other side. Keep those sit bones down on the mat. One more. And exhale, let it all go. Very nice. Walk your hands back up, and let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So bring that right knee down, stacking your left knee over top of the right, reaching those feet out to the sides of the mat, sitting up nice and tall here. Really make sure that you're pushing that left sit bone down on the mat. Either stay here in this upright position, or you can go ahead and reach your elbows down towards the top. One side is always more intense than the other. This side is definitely more intense, but I'm just going to breathe through it. Find those moments where I can really release those areas of tension with each exhale. One more big deep breath. And exhale. Nice. Go ahead and walk your hands back up. From here, stacking your left ankle over top of your right knee and vice versa. Sitting up nice and tall, coming into our little firelog stretch. Again, stay here or walk your elbows forward, stretching over top of our legs. Taking in nice big deep breaths. This is our final stretch here, so really if you want to take a moment to close your eyes, feel the benefit of this wonderful stretch here as we open up through the hip flexors one last time, the glutes, the spine. Two more breaths. One more. Nice big deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Let it all go. Very nice. Walk your hands back up to the center, and you are all done. Thank you guys so much for watching today's class. If you want to check out the rest of my series, you can go ahead and download our app, Yoga Plus, which is located in the description below.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.